Hi guys, I'm AJ and welcome to another edition of AJ the Crab. I'm on the banks of river Iruvanjippuzha. This river is a major tributary of Chaliyar river. As you all know, Chaliyar river is the fourth longest river in Kerala. This river has got a lot of rapids and tiny little cute waterfalls upstream. Downstream, this river is a bit more subdued compared to upstream, but it carries large volume of water, especially during the monsoon season. Maybe because of the presence of rapids in this river is a favorite destination for kayaking enthusiasts. And maybe because of the rapids, every year a kayaking fest is conducted in this river and its tributary Marypura. This video is all about river Iruvanjippuzha. As you could see, this river is really beautiful. I'll be going upstream and bringing you footages of those tiny little cute waterfalls and rapids. I have been told there are a couple of suspension bridges upstream built across this river. If I could, I would be walking across those suspension bridges and I will be bringing you footages of the scenic surroundings around that suspension bridge. I would not be able to walk all the way to the source of this river because it has its origin in Vellarimala hills, which is in Western Ghats, which is really far away. But I would be bringing you footages of those tiny little cute waterfalls, that's for sure. And it's not just about going upstream, we will also be going downstream and we will also be seeing the merging point of river Iruvanjippuzha with Chaliyar river. We are on our way to a secret waterfall. This waterfall is only known to the locals. The road to Kumbidan is narrow. The entrance is even narrower. It is said in Bible that the road to heaven is narrow. Maybe it's the same with Kumbidan waterfalls. Narrow steps lead to heaven called Kumbidan Waterfalls. This is my first pit stop, Kumbidan Waterfalls. You might be wondering where exactly this Kumbidan waterfall is. It is located near Para and it is in Kozhikode district. To locate Kumbidan Waterfalls, all you need to do is type in Kumbidan Waterfall in Google Maps and Google Map will direct you to this exact location. This is monsoon season and river Iruvanjippuzha is carrying considerable amount of water. The riverbed in Kumbidan Waterfalls has got a lot of rocks in it, but at the moment most of those rocks are fully or partially covered in water. If you plan to visit Kumbidan Waterfalls in the monsoon season, always make sure that you enjoy the beautiful Kumbidan Waterfalls and its surroundings from the banks. It's really risky to step into the water because water level could rise anytime during the monsoon season. This river has got its origin in the Western Ghats. Hence, even if it doesn't rain here, it might be raining upstream and it could cause a lot of problems. Never ever risk your life by stepping into the water during monsoon season. The best time to visit this Kumbidan Waterfalls is during the summer. During the summer, most of those rocks in the riverbed will be visible and in the evening you could pick and choose any of those rocks and sit on it and enjoy the beautiful evening sun by listening to the romantic tone of this river. At the moment, all this river has got to offer is hard rock. I believe this river has got a tone for every season. Be it summer, be it winter, be it spring, this river has got a tone for every season. I personally believe this river is nature's greatest musician. Water doesn't drop down from a great height. Water drops down from a few feet high. It's not the height of the fall that makes this waterfall unique. It's the serenity and scenic surroundings that makes this waterfall special. The area to which water drops down is quite deep. Maybe it has a depth of more than 8 feet. Maybe you could call Kumbidan Waterfall a micro waterfall. This waterfall is small, but it is good enough to capture your imaginations. My next destination is Arippara Waterfalls. This small town is Pallipadi. I believe this town is called Pallipadi because this town is on the foot of the church. I mean near the church. When you see this chapel and the big mountains in the background, you could tell yourself that you have reached Pulurampara. We have to go straight to reach Arippara Waterfalls, but this Thrikkadamanna bridge is dragging me towards it. My initial plan was to show you footages of this beautiful river Iruvanjippuzha and its surroundings from top of suspension bridges built across this river. But a ride on my motorcycle across this bridge Thrikkadamanna has made me change my mind. I must include views from all the bridges. That's what my conclusion is, because this river and its surroundings are beautiful from every angle and every place. These are stunning visuals from Thrikkadamanna bridge. River flowing on either side of that island is a treat to watch. If you are seeing it for the first time, you might confuse yourself by mistaking it with Union of Rivers. It's not Union of Rivers. It's River Iruvanjippuzha showing its benevolence to split and flow on either side of the island so that the island can amaze onlookers for ages. These are visuals from the other side of the bridge. If you watch closely, you could find few rapids. You could also find the old iron bridge at a distance. The land that you see on the left hand side is also called island. Long back, river used to split and flow through that land. Now river doesn't flow through that land, but still that land is called island. The bridge where I am standing is the old bridge, and the bridge that you see in the background is the new bridge. This bridge is almost done. As you could see, it could fall apart anytime, any day. I might be the last person standing on this bridge. Who knows? Let's travel few kilometers back and visit Pallipalam bridge. I believe it's approximately 1 kilometer from here. Not a lot to cover in terms of distance. This bridge connects Pulurampara with Murambati. I'm standing on Pallipalam bridge. There is a church near this bridge, hence this bridge has got the name Pallipalam. Palli means church, Palam means bridge. That's how this bridge has got the name Pallipalam. The view from top of this bridge is quite stunning. The river has got a lot of rapids. You could witness a lot of rapids from top of this bridge. It's really awesome. These are the visuals from Pallipalam. Rapids are clearly visible in this video. You could even see white water. White water is created by rapids. You should visit this place in monsoon season if you are a fan of rapids. These are the visuals from the other side of the bridge. All I can say is rapids, rapids and more rapids. If we go upstream, we will find more rapids. No wonder this river has carved out a special place for itself in the kayaking map. We are on our way to Arippara Waterfalls. Only one destination in my mind. Nothing else can change my mind. To my left is the island that we saw from Thrikkadamanna bridge. It's not a small island. It's almost 2 to 2.5 acres of land. Majority of the island is farmland. Now turn left onto that pocket road. We are almost there. Arippara Waterfalls is just 700 meters from here. Here we are. This is the ticket counter. Entrance fees is just ₹10. Parking fees is also ₹10. The path to Arippara is a bit tricky. Make sure you don't twist your ankle while walking along this path. Farmland on either side is private property and they don't welcome trespassers. Finally, I have reached Arippara Waterfalls. When you reach the entrance of this Arippara Waterfall, the first thing that you are going to notice is this caution board. In this caution board, it is clearly mentioned that this river Iruvanjippuzha is prone to flash floods, and this river has got, especially this Arippara Waterfalls, has got slippery rocks. It is also mentioned that almost 23 people have lost their life while visiting this Arippara Waterfalls. This place is really scenic and mystic, but there is always danger hidden in this mystic waterfall. Always make your trip to Arippara Waterfall a pleasurable one, but never a tragic one. Play safe and be safe. The best place to witness this Arippara Waterfalls is from top of this suspension bridge. As you could see, Arippara Waterfall in my background, and this waterfall has got a lot of rapids and it's creating a lot of white water. This Arippara Waterfall is almost 1,400 feet above sea level. Hence, the water in this Arippara Waterfall is in its purest form. It's never contaminated. Without any shadow of doubt, you could drink it straight from the river. This suspension bridge is the safest place to witness Arippara Waterfalls. This is a newly constructed suspension bridge and it's not yet officially inaugurated. This bridge is built pretty strong and it can withstand the occasional onslaught of river Iruvanjippuzha. Different levels in this Arippara Waterfalls has got different names such as Sullugalle, Vattakuri, Nirannapara, Olichuchatam, Shwasakuri and so on. Since it is monsoon season, guards have advised me not to go in search of the so-called levels. You could see construction work going on the other side of the bridge. They are building powerhouse for the small hydroelectric project. Hopefully this small hydroelectric project won't impede the natural flow of this waterfall. Now let's have a closer look at this waterfall and listen to its tone. The video that I am going to show may not do justice to the charm of this waterfall. As the rocks were slippery, I wasn't able to cover the entire waterfall. But still, a closer look at this waterfall will never disappoint you. Next pit stop is Kandappanchal Arch Model Bridge. This bridge is near Pathankayam. Area to the left of the road is forest. It's not natural forest, it's teak forest. Maybe the forest officer who planted these teaks might have been inspired by Connolly's plot. For the record, Connolly's plot is the largest man-made teak plantation in the world. This is Pathankayam. The road that you see on the left-hand side will lead to Pathankayam Waterfalls. This Pathankayam town is a decent looking town. There are frequent buses from Kozhikode to Pathankayam from Kozhikode KSRTC bus stand. This place has got a good road connectivity. Turn left from Nedungandam junction. We are almost there. We are about 500 meters away from the bridge. Here we are. We have reached our destination. This is Kandappanchal Arch Model Bridge. This bridge is really the longest arch model bridge in South India. This is really a humble place, but this place holds the distinction of having the longest arch model bridge in South India. When this bridge was inaugurated, it was said that this bridge is the longest arch model bridge. Maybe down the line some other bridges might have taken its position. I don't really know, but I still consider this bridge as the longest arch model bridge in South India. I don't have facts to prove my statement, but I still believe it is. This is the side view of Kandappanchal Arch Model Bridge. What makes this bridge unique is the fact that it doesn't have pillar in the middle. In case study of this bridge, it is mentioned that this bridge can stand tall even when this river flows at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. This is the view from the top of the bridge. Water level in this part of the river is low. Not sure why. Since water level is low, rapids are less. Am I the only one who feels like the water has a blue shade? This river bleeds blue upstream. I guess Iruvanjippuzha is a hardcore Indian cricket team fan. Just kidding. Next destination is astonishing Pathankayam Waterfalls. Pathankayam has got a waterfall, suspension bridge and a cute stone canyon. Turn left onto the first road after the church. We don't have road access all the way to Pathankayam Waterfalls. After certain points, we need to go by foot. This road leads to the Pathankayam Waterfalls and Pathankayam Suspension Bridge. So it's kind of a double delight. Let's first visit Pathankayam Suspension Bridge. This is Pathankayam Suspension Bridge. This bridge reveals its beauty to its fullest from the walkway on the other side. Unfortunately, we cannot make it to the walkway on the other side because this bridge is in danger. Most recently, River Iruvanjippuzha went its anger on this suspension bridge and deformed it. You could imagine how scary that could be. This suspension bridge is almost 15 to 20 feet above river. To deform this suspension bridge, this river has to flow at a height of 15 to 20 feet. It's just not about the height, it's also about the velocity of the flow. This is the current plight of the suspension bridge. River Iruvanjippuzha has almost knocked the daylight out of this bridge. This river can perform Lasya as well as Rudra Tandava. When this river performs Lasya, it's really elegant and charming. When this river performs Rudra Tandava, it destroys everything in its path. Now let me introduce you to the best this River Iruvanjippuzha has got to offer, Pathankayam Waterfalls. I don't really have words to describe Pathankayam Waterfalls. Any superlatives that I use will not be enough to describe Pathankayam Waterfalls. But before we go there, let me warn you, that waterfalls is really dangerous. The area to which water drops down is really deep. Once you fall into that treacherous pit, it will be really hard to come back. That will be more often than not end of your story. Pathankayam Waterfalls is at a walkable distance from this suspension bridge. The road ends here. Now we have to go by foot. It's a descending path. Since it is rainy season, it could be slippery. You should be careful walking all the way down. Let's listen to the tone of this Pathankayam Waterfalls. This Pathankayam Waterfalls is really gorgeous from every angle. Marypura is our next destination. We have to go beyond Anikkampoil and Muttappanpura to reach Marypura. But it's not far at all. Every time I think of Marypura, a confusion arises in my mind. What reveals the real beauty of Marypura? Is it the river or mountains? This is what my confusion is. On our way to Marypura, we will be amazed by mountains of different shape and size. Elephants occasionally visit Marypura. I was not able to see elephants, but I found elephant dung on my way. Elephants are creating real headache to farmers here. Elephants tend to destroy their crops whenever they visit this place. Road ends here. This is really a dead end. We have to walk all the way to the river. It is said that an alternative route to decongest Wayanad Pass has been proposed through Marypura, connecting Marypura with Mepadi. At present, the feasibility study of the project is going on. This is the highest point of river Iruvanjippuzha, which has got road access. This Marypura is almost 3000 feet above sea level. Hence the water in this part of river Iruvanjippuzha is really ice cold, fresh and clean. This Marypura is surrounded by tropical forest. We can call this part of Iruvanjippuzha a young river because we are closer to the source than ever before. This river is flowing with a lot of energy and exuberance. Every time I see this young river, it reminds me of my childhood. More fun and action and always hate to be idle. That's what this river is all about. To my surprise, Marypura too has got a suspension bridge. But this one is a bit more primitive and old school. Walking across this suspension bridge is a bit risky. Since the water level is low, there is no immediate danger. If the water level is high, walking across this suspension bridge will be like walking on a tightrope. The riverbed in this part of river Iruvanjippuzha is subject to constant changes. The riverbed looks entirely different to what it was a couple of years ago. We came all the way to Marypura to get as close as we can get to the source of this river. But this place is not all about river. This place is also about mountains. I believe returning without having a peek at mountains will be a sightseeing injustice. I am really overwhelmed by this mountain. This mountain is a real colossal. If you watch closely, you could find a stream flowing down that mountain. Not just this mountain, all the mountains around Marypura is heavenly. I believe the confusion ends today. I believe mountains outshone river Iruvanjippuzha, especially in this part of the world, that is Marypura. Real beauty of Marypura is its colossal mountains, that's for sure. That's the end of our upstream journey. As the cliche says, every end has got a new beginning. Our journey doesn't end here. We are going to explore this river downstream. This river is going to look entirely different from what we have seen up until now. I call it the greatest ever transformation. Let's explore. There are few suspension bridges downstream. Let's cover those suspension bridges too. Pachakkad is our first destination downstream. Pachakkad is near Tiruvambadi. This is a pretty big rubber estate. Our destination is deep inside this rubber estate. Road to the interior of this rubber estate is private. Entry to this road is restricted. This is a temple. The temple is few feet away from suspension bridge. I am at Chathanpara near Pachakkad. I followed this river Iruvanjippuzha downstream, and this is our first pit stop downstream. When I came here, the first thing that I noticed is the fact that this river is a bit more calm and bit more less noisy. Upstream, I really had to outvoice this river to make myself heard. But here, all I have to do is normal talking. I don't really have to shout. I came here to show the suspension bridge, but unfortunately I am not able to show you the suspension bridge because suspension bridge is all demolished by river Iruvanjippuzha. Most recent flood demolished this suspension bridge. Hadn't it been for these remains, someone new to this place would have never realized such a suspension bridge existed. River Iruvanjippuzha has got its own rules. It never waits for permission and it never seeks permission. It does what it wants. That's why it took this suspension bridge. Now let's turn our attention to Kalpuzhayi Suspension Bridge. We have to rely on pocket roads to reach Kalpuzhayi. I am standing on Kalpuzhayi Suspension Bridge. This bridge is built across river Iruvanjippuzha. Kalpuzhayi is located near Mukkam. I have visited this place after a flood. Hence, the water in river Iruvanjippuzha is really murky. We will not be able to enjoy the beauty of this river to its fullest because it's really shabby. The river and its surroundings have got an exhausted look. Maybe the flood has taken its toll on them. On a normal monsoon day, the view from this suspension bridge would have been nothing short of spectacular. Maybe I chose the wrong day to visit this place. My bad. I spent few minutes scratching my head trying to figure out the project cost for this bridge. Someone has played with the figures and created a puzzle called "Can you guess the exact amount?" I believe it will be near to impossible to guess the exact amount. I guess the project cost would be 67,340,200. That's just a wild guess. This is the entrance of the temple. This temple has got great religious significance in the vicinity. We are on our way to Mukkam. Mukkam is a municipality. We will be visiting Suspension Bridge and Mukkam Kadav Bridge. Let's visit Suspension Bridge first. Road adjacent to Abhilash Theatre will lead you to Suspension Bridge. Suspension Bridge is in the heart of the town. But once you reach near Suspension Bridge, you will feel like you are closer to wilderness than town. What you see in the background is Thrikkadamanna Suspension Bridge. It is near Mukkam town. We have visited 3 suspension bridges downstream, and all of those suspension bridges led to a temple. This suspension bridge is no exception. This one also leads to a temple. You could see temple in the background. That is Lord Shiva temple. I'm not saying all the suspension bridges downstream leads to a temple, but it is quite a coincidence to say the least. This suspension bridge has got minor damages. No prizes for guessing. The culprit is indeed River Iruvanjippuzha. Even though it has got minor damages, this suspension bridge has passed the safety test and it's safe to walk across this suspension bridge. This temple is on the left bank of the river. Since the water level is high, you might feel like the temple is in the middle of the river, but that's not the case. In my journey along the banks of this river, I have seen churches, mosques and temples on its banks. This river has been showing all the respect it has got to all the places of worship. And this river will continue to do so as long as it exists. There is not much distance from Thrikkadamanna Suspension Bridge to Mukkam Kadav Bridge. It is said that this Mukkam Kadav Bridge has got seismic arrestor. That is, this bridge has got the capability to resist earthquakes. This is Mukkam Kadav Bridge. This bridge connects places like Anayamkunnu, Koodaranyi and Tiruvambadi to Mukkam. This is not the only way to reach Mukkam from those places. There are so many different ways. This is one among them. Mukkam's own cult hero Moideen lost his life while rescuing people from a sinking boat in this very river. Ever since, he is part of Mukkam's folklore. You can call this river a matured river because compared to upstream, this river has got a riverbed which is wider and this river has slowed down considerably. Upstream, a river is known to carry, whereas downstream, a matured river is known to deposit. Next up is the confluence of River Iruvanjippuzha and Chaliyar river. An old saying goes like this: if you are lost in the woods, follow the river downstream. The river will lead you back to civilization. Most of the civilizations were formed on the banks of rivers. Even at this postmodern era, nothing has changed. If you follow the river Iruvanjippuzha downstream, you will find villages, towns and cities on its banks. The confluence of river Iruvanjippuzha and Chaliyar is at Koolimadu. Over there is the confluence of river Iruvanjippuzha and Chaliyar river. I have followed river Iruvanjippuzha along its banks and I became a huge fan of river Iruvanjippuzha. For me, this river is the ultimate hero. But over here in this confluence, there is a change in role. River Iruvanjippuzha becomes the sidekick and Chaliyar river becomes the ultimate hero. For me as a fan, that's really disheartening, but I have to live with it. Maybe river Iruvanjippuzha is trying to teach us a valuable lesson. In life, there will be ups and downs and there will be change in role. And it doesn't really matter. All that matters is how true you are to your script and your role. Maybe that's what this river is trying to teach us. I came as close as I can get to the confluence of river Iruvanjippuzha and Chaliyar river. From here on, river Iruvanjippuzha is all part of Chaliyar river. It is really the heartbeat of Chaliyar river. That's it from me for this edition. If you liked my video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.